Good evening to you, my good friends. I'm so glad you're all here tonight. Come, let me tell you a tale. Let me tell you a tale of a girl. But this was no ordinary girl. No, not ordinary at all. For she was a beautiful girl indeed. But this girl would soon show the world that there was more to her worth than a pretty face. This is also the story of a girl who had known the heartache of loss at such a young age, for both her mother and father had passed away. But she was taken in by her kind and hospitable cousin, Mordecai. While she missed her dear mother and father so, she was thankful to be so well taken care of. Oh yes, she had a heart of pure gold, but even she had no idea how her life would soon change. For the entire kingdom would soon see how the strength and beauty she possessed on the inside would far outweigh what people could see on the outside. Yes, let me tell you a tale, for this is the story of Esther.
There's 1,000 ways to find your way back home. Use the stars or chase the setting sun. There are quiet days I sit here all alone, looking for that place, wondering what I've done.
There's 1,000 ways to make a house a home. Some are roundabout, wandering like a river flows. You have brought me purpose, you have brought me life. I have found the better part of me, a star to guide me through the night.
I don't know where I'm going,
So take me by the hand
as I wander slowly
through an unfamiliar land.
I don't know where I'm going,
But I'll do the best I can. I believe a star will rise, and I know who holds the future in his hand.
I don't know where I'm going,
So take me by the hand
as I wander slowly
through an unfamiliar land.
I don't know where I'm going,
But I'll do the best I can. I believe a star will rise, and I know who holds the future in his hands.
I know
In
who holds
his
the future. There's 1,000 ways to make a home a house. You can be the perfect family, but things may not work out. You can misbehave and put someone away. Oh, there's 1,000 ways, 1,000 ways.
I am an exile in a foreign land. There's 1,000 things that I don't understand, but a family should breach the great divide. When all else fails, we will stand up by each other's side.
I don't know where I'm going,
So take me by the hand
as I wander slowly
through an unfamiliar land.
I don't know where I'm going,
But I'll do the best I can. I believe a star will rise, and I know who holds the future in his hands.
I know
In
who holds the
his
future. Is there guilt on my hands or rage in my heart? Please wash it all away. My tears
Esther will rise
the night I
in the
cried them all
darkest
away.
night
Is there
when
guilt
we
on my
need a
hands or rage in
light.
my heart? Please wash it
Esther
all
will
away.
rise.
I don't know where I'm going,
So take me by the hand
as I wander slowly
through an unfamiliar land.
I don't know where I'm going,
But I'll do the best I can. I believe a star will rise, and I know who holds the future in his hand.
I don't know where I'm going,
So take me by the hand
as I wander slowly
through an unfamiliar land.
I don't know where I'm going,
But I'll do the best I can. I believe a star will rise, and I know who holds the future in his hands.
I know
In
who holds
his
the future.
Esther and Mordecai lived in a vast kingdom ruled by a very arrogant king named Xerxes. Xerxes was mainly interested in one thing: showing off. He loved showing off so much that he once threw a party that lasted 180 days with one purpose: to put all his wealth and power on display. And after a week of this show-off party, there was one thing he hadn't shown off yet: his wife, the queen. So Xerxes demanded that his wife come and dance and show off her beauty for all his party guests. But of course the queen refused. So of course Xerxes was furious. So the king gathered his most revered experts in royal law to help him decide what to do with his embarrassingly disobedient wife. Among those experts was his most trusted advisor, Memucan. And Memucan had a plan that would soon set our story into motion and change Esther's life forever.
I can't believe she's done this. I'm humiliated.
You're humiliated.
I mean, I'm the king. When I say jump, she should say how high.
She should be groveling at your feet, Your Highness.
Right.
Right. And let me tell you, if we let this go, what's going to happen is women all over the land are going to start thinking that they can make their own decisions.
No.
Yes. Let me tell you, if that happens, do you know what we'll have? We'll have wives wanting wild.
Wives running wild.
Wives wanting wild.
Wild what?
Wild.
Wild?
Yes. Wives wanting wild.
Oh no, that's terrible.
It is terrible. But do you know what we should do? Let me tell you.
When something like this happens, it deserves a reprimand, a strongly worded letter to the people of this land. The queen disrespected you and every man in the nation when she would not dance for you at your celebration. And soon there will be wives running wild every corner corner of our nation. Wives running wild, every age and every station. Wives running wild, it's a slippery slope. If you don't take care, every woman will be woke. When you're ready for your dinner or a foot rub or the mail, there'll be wives running wild, got to do it all yourself.
Everything you're saying, everything you've said, I've considered carefully in my handsome kingly head. All of your warnings, every little scrap, leads me to conclude that you're completely full of facts. We can't have
wives running wild on every corner of our nation. Wives running wild at every age and every station. Wives running wild,
committing evil sins. All because Queen Vashti wouldn't dance for all my friends. But I'm ready for my dinner or a foot rub or the mail. I'll need a wife on hand, I can't do everything myself.
You're absolutely right. So we drafted a resolution that all wives will respect their husbands, from the greatest to the woozers. Now if your wife talks back to you and you feel disrespected, you can call the royal guard and have your wife arrested.
So let's say, for example, my wife walks in the room and it makes me feel unhappy or puts me in a mood. Excellent, I say, a most fantastic law. Now my wives will be afraid to bother me at all. There'll be no
wives running wild on every corner of our nation. Wives running wild at every age and every station. Wives running wild,
driving husbands up the wall. All thanks to the king who made such things against the law.
Now you have one West wife, but I've devised a plan, a royal pageant for all the ladies in the land.
Are you saying that I should choose my next wife by holding a beauty pageant?
Yes.
Brilliant!
We won't have wives running wild on every corner of our nation. Wives running wild of every age and every station. Wives running wild,
I'll find the perfect queen who treat me with respect and make sure all my clothes are clean. Now I'll sign these papers, it's official, tell the people. Wives running wild in my kingdom are illegal.
wives running wild.
It's settled then. I'm so glad I came up with this idea. We can't have wives running wild all over the place, making their own decisions. And I certainly can't go without a queen. What will the people think of me? It's settled then. Beauty pageant it is. Mamakin, mook it so. Mamakin, make it so. Send out beauty scouts to the farthest reaches of my kingdom and have the most beautiful maidens compete for my hand in marriage. And the winner will have the honor of being my queen.
Esther. Oh, I knew this day was coming. I didn't think it would be like this. Listen, the news is spreading all over the kingdom. They're going to have a beauty pageant to determine who the next queen will be. And I'm sure that they're going to choose you when they come and gather the girls here for the pageant.
They're choosing a new queen through a beauty pageant?
Yeah. Listen, I know it's crazy. Listen to me. If they choose you, and especially if you win, you cannot tell them that you're a Jew.
If I win? Oh, come on now. They probably won't even
Esther,
choose me.
listen to me! Don't tell them you're a Jew.
Okay, Mordecai. I understand, I promise. I won't tell them.
Okay.
So Memucan's plan was set into motion. The king's advisors gathered all the most beautiful women from every corner of the kingdom, which of course included Esther, whether she wanted to go or not. So for a whole year, Esther and all the other girls in the pageant were prepared to compete. They were given only the finest special beauty treatments and foods with fancy oils and fancy makeup. So fancy! And all the while, Esther kept her Jewish heritage a secret, as her uncle Mordecai had instructed her. Finally, the day of the pageant came. And much to everyone's surprise, this poor, lowly, orphan girl from the tribe of Benjamin won the pageant and became queen of the whole kingdom.
You know, he's really not fit to be king.
No, he makes me so mad. I mean, gas prices are through the roof.
I think I have an idea. We could definitely do it better than him. Everybody thinks so.
Yeah. I mean, are you serious about this?
Oh, I'm more than serious.
We can rule this world together.
We can kill that king tonight.
His rule will end quite swiftly.
We must strike with all our might.
There's no hope, there's no truth, there's no way that we can lose. If we act, quickly strike, we can end the king tonight. One king, one world, it's ours to reign. We must act now, no time to waste. If I heard these two guys clearly, they are planning quite a coup. I must warn the king and his men, we must end this evil soon. There is hope, there is truth, there's only one that cannot lose. If I act, quickly strike, I can save the king tonight. One king, one world, it's not ours to reign. We must act now, no time to waste. We can rule this world together.
We can kill that king tonight.
His rule will end quite swiftly.
We must strike with all our might.
There's no hope, there's no truth, there's only one that cannot lose. If we act, quickly strike, I can save the king tonight. If I heard these two guys clearly, they are planning quite a coup. I must warn the king and his men, we must end this evil soon. One king, one world, it's not ours to reign. We must act now, no time to waste.
And so our plot thickens. Mordecai ran to Esther as fast as he could to tell her Xerxes' own royal guards were plotting to assassinate him. When Esther told the king, he immediately fired all of his royal advisors and had the two would-be assassins executed. And on top of all of this, Esther now has the responsibility of being queen. What if the king finds out she's a Jew? We've just seen what he does to people who displease him. Can she keep it a secret? Will God protect her if anyone finds out she's one of his chosen people? I can't wait to find out. How about you? Dear friends, I hope you'll come back tomorrow and find out what happens in the story of Queen Esther.